Move over cranberry sauce and mashed potatoes. You can make room for some risotto, some antipasta, anything you want at Thanksgiving, maybe within reason. Sarah Karnashevitz is right here beside me, and she's going to tell us why you've been experimenting in particular with your side dishes. Explain sort of your rationale for that.
Okay, well, for a long time I was really a hardliner about Thanksgiving. I felt like you had to go with the traditional dishes from start to finish. That was part of the ritual of the holiday. And little by little that started to change in my family, sort of not out of my control because other family members started stepping in, and I married into a family where there was a lot more Italian-American tradition going on. So little by little, like you say, the antipasto starts creeping in, things like that. So after a while, I decided to let go and really kind of embrace the idea of thinking about Thanksgiving sides in a different way. You can stick with the turkey.
Things that will complement the turkey and base meal. And you write about food often for us, and in the off-duty section you're going to present some amazing recipes tomorrow. But give us a sneak preview on a few of the things that you like. This cornbread with the creamy poblano chilies. Tell us about that.
These all come from chefs around the country. And what I did was sort of reach out to people who sort of have an immigrant or a sort of melting pot American idea or experience of their own, to kind of, like my Italian-American family, kind of work in some of those flavors. So the one that you're talking about comes from Hugo Ortega from Houston, and this is actually a dish that's sort of like a rich cornbread, and it has sort of like a tender center, and when it's served with a sauce of creamy poblano peppers on top. And so it has these flavors that are very similar to some of the dishes that you traditionally see on the Thanksgiving table.
But it's kicked up a notch.
It's kicked up, and it has a twist. This came from a friend of his in Pueblo, Mexico. That was their family made it all the time.
And it sounds like these salt-baked sweet potatoes with a green sauce. That's sort of a similar. I mean, it sounds. My mouth is watering right now. We're looking at it right now. Have you you've tried this?
I've tried all of these. I made them all in my home kitchen, so they really are something that anyone at home can do and actually do quite easily. Like this sweet potato one that you're talking about is so simple but so full of flavor, and it's great because you can actually prep the potatoes mostly ahead of time and then just finish them in a pan at the last minute, and all you do to serve them is drizzle them or dip them in this sauce. And
these onions too, these sweet and sour onions, why do you like these so much with the turkey?
Well, these are great because they kind of bring together some of the qualities that are in a couple classic Thanksgiving sides, like the sort of tartness of a cranberry sauce and some of the qualities of a creamed onion, I mean, just in terms of the form, but they combine them in one dish. And this is a really classic Italian dish. And it's super simple, again, not involved to make. You just simmer it on the stove, but it's so rich and so full of flavor, and it will echo some of those things that you're used to on your table.
And you can stick with the classics. I mean, cranberry and rye bread stuffing, you mentioned green beans and brown butter with it, but a ginger fish sauce. That's just, it's basically taking some of the staples and, adding some accessories, some flourish to it.
Kind of thinking a little bit about how you can make small changes to things and make them new, bring some new personality into the meal.